What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with week 1 of the BHDL. We are taking on the homie Pokemaster 88, also known as Chris, also known as the coach of your California Trailblazers. And they have a pretty strong, well, they always have a strong team, but their team this time around is in particularly strong because, well, before I even get into this, actually, I'm gonna get to the team, then I'll explain why I think this team is so strong. So his team consists of Heracross, Tinkaton, which he loves, and that Heracross is such a menace offensively. We have the Zoroark, Slowbro, Terra Captain Altaria, who can Terra into Water, Steel, or Fairy, Rotom Heat, Claude Sire. We have the Terra Captain Glaceon, who can Terra into Fire, Ghost, or Ground. We have Bramblegas, and last but not least, we have Sceptile. So anyone who was keeping up with my old channel knows we played Pokemaster 88 a lot. Anybody kept up with my old channel would also know that it's not too much of a stretch to call this guy a rival to the Piedmont Triad Kickers. You know, the Piedmont Triad Kickers, their rival is definitely the California Trailblazers. So even though we have a, pretty good win streak at the moment, it's going to be kind of hard to keep this streak going because one thing that even Pokemaster would acknowledge, when it comes to the higher tiers, right, I tend to do a little bit better, but now we're in low tiers, which is kind of his domain, not gonna lie. He's really good at low tiers, so this is going to be a very challenging battle, all things considered, because once again, he does have a pretty threatening team. If I'm being real, most of the time he beats me when we do like low tier battles, so yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I'm expecting him to bring Heracross and the first row, Heracross, Tinkaton, Zoroark. Heracross is like it's his first round draft pick, so I would assume he'd bring it to the first game. Like, you don't just draft something first round and not bring it to a game. Tinkaton is like his most beloved Pokemon, so I'm pretty sure that thing's coming. I gave homie a shiny Zora, so I would really hope to see the shiny Zoroark in the game, just, as a way of hey, how you doing, buddy? Not long time no see type thing, right? So I expect the first 3. I would imagine he's bringing, I don't know, he could bring Bramblegas as like his hazard remover, or he can use Altaria for that. I feel like he'll use Bramblegas because my spin blocker is Skeledirge, who doesn't appreciate switching into Bramblegas's stab ghost move, so I could see Bramblegas coming over Dirge. I'm not sure if he really has a way to make use of its ability because he likes to run the Wind Rider, I believe it's called. I'm not sure if he has a Tailwinder besides the Bramblegas itself. Maybe Altaria gets it, I'm not sure. But I could see Bramblegas coming. Pretty sure Claude comes because Claude is good for my special attackers and and then the last slot, well, I don't think Sceptile is coming. I don't think Slowbro is coming. So this last slot, well, it kind of has to be one of his Terra Captains, right? So Altaria or Glaceon. I'm not sure which one looks stronger, but I do know they both look good, like, in this matchup. And I could also see Rotom Heat coming potentially, but I don't see Slowbro or Sceptile coming. But yeah, so yeah, any of those 8 besides the Slowbro and Sceptile, they could come. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we decided that we're going to bring Thor the Raichu, who's going to be rocking his Light Clay this week. Lightning Rod for the ability. The ability really doesn't matter because I could have ran Static, but the main thing that would be hitting me physically is the Heracross, who will be burned anyway. So yeah, you get the idea. Maybe we can force Rotom to stay in or something. I don't know. For max HP, Force Spadef, max speed, Timid Nature with Reflect, Light Screen, Wish, and Volt Switch. So Pokemaster's team hits very, very hard. So ideally, to mitigate that damage, I would like to have some screens up. Volt Switch lets us pivot, and then we can Wish to help keep certain members of the team who can't heal themselves healthy, because Raichu has a high enough HP stat that with my specific team, it can pass some pretty good wishes. So yeah, that's Raichu. Not really much more needs to be said. Next on the team roster is our Terra Captain for the week, the one, the only, Reginald the Kamala, who's rocking his heavy-duty boots. Comatose for the ability, Terra Grounds is Terra type, max attack, 12 defense, 244 speed, Adamant Nature with Rapid Spin, Earthquake. This says Ice Spinner, but it's supposed to say knockoff, and then we have Acrobatics. So We're speed creeping to where at +1 we outspeed the whole team. Acrobatics is only here because it's the only move we get that can one-shot the Heracross, no questions asked. Because even like a play rough, there's a chance for it to live a play rough. So I was like, no, let's just run acrobatics. That's like a guaranteed kill. We have a knockoff because, like I said, I expect Bramblegas to come, and knockoff does one-shot Bramblegas. And then Terra Ground EQ is just really good into like certain members of his teams. Like for example, Clodsire dies, Zoroark dies, Tinkaton dies. We can't really hit the Rotom, but we have teammates. What am I forgetting? So Glaceon and Altaria, it's kind of tricky. It depends on their Terra types. Like, but ideally, Altaria or Glaceon will probably have to be dealt with by a different mon, or if anything, we just need to chip them down to where, okay, you're in range of an EQ for the Glaceon or the Altaria. Just force it to Terra and then see what Terra type it is and go from there. So yeah, that is Reginald the Kamala. Next on the team roster is the one, the only Kyogre. So speaking of those first round draft picks, you know, we have our Kyogre, the Goodra, rocking his eject pack, Sap Sipper for the ability, 216 HP, 252 special attack, 40 speed, rash nature with Draco, knockoff, earthquake, and toxic. So we can poison something. Best believe we're gonna try to do it. Earthquake is good for like the Goodra and Tinkaton, who have pretty respectable SPDF. If I'm not mistaken, Tinkaton has 105, and then Clodsire has 100, but Clodsire has 100 SPDF with like 100 something HP as well. So I think it's like 130. So yeah, we have Earthquake because Earthquake so Earthquake should two-shot the Clodsire if he's not like defense invested, and then it should do a sizable amount to Tinkaton. Depends on his investment. We're eject pack Draco, so we can drop a Draco and then, you know, get some momentum. Maybe it just depends on the situation. And then we have knockoff for you know, utility purposes. Draco is honestly extremely free into this team. The only real switch in is freaking Tinkaton, and then maybe like a Terra Fairy Altaria, but he still has to Terra. I'm saying this to say we can kind of just drop Dracos on everything that's not Tinkaton. Like, we can just do it. It really helps that the Fairy and the Steel type are both one Pokemon, so it's literally just that one check. And then we have Sap Sippers, our ability, because if we lose our item, there's a really good chance Bramblegas can't touch us, and then we can just come in and drop a free Draco, either on Bramblegas or anything that wants to try to switch in, assuming the Tinkaton's already down. So yeah, that is Goodra. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only, Swagsire, the Quagsire. So he has Clodsire, we have Quagsire. He's rocking his leftovers, unaware for his ability. 252 HP, 4 attack, 252 defense, relaxed nature with toxic, earthquake, counter, and substitute. So I'm relaxed because originally I had Ice Beam on the set, but I took the Ice Beam off because I was like, wouldn't Altaria just Terra in front of me anyway? And ideally we want to be in front of Bramblegas anyway, so I decided we can just run toxic, you know, try to like, you know, help to chip the team down for a potential Kamala endgame. We have Earthquake because Earthquake should one-shot the Clodsire, but if we're ever in front of Clodsire, we might just go for a sub and then go for the EQ because it's not really much it can do to us. It can't even break our sub with anything. And then we have Counter because if we're ever in front of Heracross, it's the only thing we get that can one-shot it. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason Counter's here. But yeah, that's Swagsire. Ideally, I would like to get this in front of Claude and then just sub because we do outspeed Claude, even with the minus speed. So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, that's Swagsire, the Quagsire. Next on the team roster is a guy who I did not even think would be coming until a friend of mine suggested it, and then I started doing calcs and I was like, huh, you don't look half bad into this matchup. I'm talking about the one, the only, Shinobu the Sneasel Hisui. If you don't know who Shinobu is, you really need to watch your Demon Slayer and get caught up. Like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, Sneasel is rocking her choice band this week. Inner focus for the ability, 252 attack, 80 defense, 176 speed, jolly nature. If I'm not mistaken, we're just speed creeping the Zoroark. We have close combat, gunk shot, poison jab, and switcheroo. So, how do I say this, guys? How do I say this? If we can touch it with close combat, it's probably going to do a lot of damage. If we can touch it with gunk shot, it's probably going to one-shot. So, like, for example, the The like for example, the Heracross gets one-shotted by Gunk-Shot, Brambleghast gets one-shotted, Glaceon obviously gets one-shotted by CC if it doesn't Terra. Rotom takes well over half from us, and even if it's like max defense, you're taking like it's a clean two-shot. So Rotom can't switch into us. However, if we attack something and then Rotom comes in because something just died, it's a little different. Obviously, Sceptile and Zoroark get one-shotted. Altaria, if it's Terra, this is the main reason it's here, to check a Terra Fairy Altaria. Obviously, it gets one-shotted. Tinkaton doesn't die to a close combat, but it gets awfully close. And then Claw takes around 40 from a CC. So yeah, this thing hits obnoxiously hard. I didn't believe it until I started doing calcs on it, and I was like, huh, I might bring it to the game because it outspeeds my opponent's entire team outside of the Sceptile, who last I checked can't really hit us anyway. So ideally I can use this mon to soften the team up for Kamala, or vice versa, use Kamala to soften the team up for Shinobu, one of the two. But yeah, that's the that's my Sneasel, and then we have Switcheroo, because if we can Switcheroo on something and then maybe set up Kamala, you know, it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, that's Shinobu. Next on the team roster we have the one, the only, last but not least, you knew this guy was coming. Is Danny DeVito the Skeledirge. So we have no Cinderace, but we have this guy as our fire type. You know he's going to show up. He's rocking his Cobra Berry to help us out with that Zoroark matchup, because my opponent has a lot of different mons he can disguise as. Pretty good. Unaware for the ability. 232 HP, 24 attack, 252 defense, relaxed nature with Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Earthquake, and Overheat. We're running this nature with this EV spread so we can two-shot Clodsire with Earthquake. And since we're running, and we kind of have to run the defense because of the Heracross, so we can never one-shot Heracross with Torch Song, but we can one-shot it with Overheat, even without being boosted. And then Torch Song and Shadow Ball, you know, it's just pretty good if I can get, like, you know, Skeledirge going. Yeah, that's pretty much the thought behind the set. We want to be able to two-shot Claude, one-shot the freaking Heracross, and then anything else that wants to throw hands with us, we are there for it. But yeah, that is Danny DeVito, and that's the team. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the battle. I think I've said everything that needed to be said. And yeah, good luck, have fun to my opponent, Pokemaster88. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, so we are connected with Pokemaster of 88, also known as Chris. So he brought Glaceon, alright. Heracross, alright. Tinkaton, alright. Rotom, Heat, Clodsire, and Brambleghast. So, there's no Zoroark. And there's also no, and I kind of appreciate that because that means this game's going to be kind of straightforward. There's no Zoroark and there's no Altaria. So that means we know that the, okay, let me pick a Pokemon before we run out of time. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to lead with Goodra and just take it from there and drop a Draco or something. There's only two things on this entire team that wants to take a Draco from us, so we're going to just drop a Draco. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Chris is always a banger when we play the homie. So Glaceon can be Fire, Ghost, or Ground, so you're not Fire. Ghost or Ground is, yeah, this is gonna get very tricky, but, because if he's Terra Ghost, that'll be interesting. So I'm going to drop a Draco and let my eject pack let me out. And if he goes into Tinkaton, that's cool. And I wonder if this thing is Scarfed. Well, actually, no, you naturally outspeed us, so it doesn't really matter. It's probably just, you know. But yeah, we're gonna just drop a Draco. So Clodsire comes out. So we're gonna just drop this Draco. We're about to drop a Draco. Drop a Draco. Just drop it. Alright. And we out of here. We out of here. We're out of here. We're out of here. Come back. So from here, we're going to go into, I mean, okay. We're gonna go into you. Yeah, we're gonna go into you. And I think we can safely just go for an EQ. Or do we want to... Actually, no, I'm a sub on him. I'm a sub on him. I'm a sub on him. Only thing he can do is get some rocks up. Yep. That's all we got, sub. So you can't do that to us. I don't appreciate being poisoned. So we're gonna go for an EQ. We're gonna go for an EQ. The only thing that can come in is, actually, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. So, this is Bramble Gas. What are the odds it has Giga Drain? What are the odds this thing has Giga Drain? He could also have Power Whip, which, if he has... See, I don't want to show the, I don't want to show our stuff too early. Ah, crap. What? Infiltrator! Alright, he got me. He got me. He got me. He got me. He got me with that. I can't deny it. He got me. He got me. Bro, that was good tech. That was good tech. The only thing we can do is just switch into this and go for a knockoff. I'm not gonna lie, that's good tech. Good tech, good tech, good tech. That's my fault. I should have considered that. Well, actually, I didn't even know Bramble Gas even got that. I'm so used to him running Wind Rider that it's like, wow. So we're just gonna go for a knockoff. We're just gonna go for a knockoff. If Claude comes in on this, we're gonna just EQ the next turn. If Tink comes in, yeah. Alright, he got me with that one. I can't even deny it. Tink. Alright, here comes Tinka-Tink. Tinka-Tink, Tink, Tink, the Tinkaton. Mold Breaker. That's cool. So what item did you have? You had a Citrus Berry on deck. Alright, that's what's up. Dang, losing Claude Slayer like that kinda stinks. I can't deny it. Okay, I gotta look and see what else Goodra... Ah, losing Quag like... I said Claude. Using Quag like that kinda stinks, but... Alright. Okay. It's not the end of the world, though. So what I think we should do now is... I want to preserve you, honestly, so... We kinda can't do that. I gotta think about this rationally, right? So... I believe... we should... go for an EQ. Okay. So we're gonna go for an EQ. We're gonna do that much. See the thing, he just goes for a play rough next turn, right? This could get very tricky. So obviously we're gonna die to this. And if he goes for a knockoff, that could really stink. But the question is, who's more valuable here, Goodra or Skeledirge? And I think the answer to that is, well, we are Culver Berry, so... But I don't want to lose Goodra right now, honestly, though. Like, I just don't. Because Goodra is still good for, like, a lot of the rest of this team. Bro, I really don't want to lose Goodra. But we have to give him somebody, right? Crap. Well, just gotta go for this. Bye, Goodra, I'm sorry. Yeah, there wasn't really much I could do about that. Now the only thing he can do is go for a knockoff, which we should be able to take pretty well. Chris is definitely getting the better of us at the moment. Stone Edge. Okay, that was good. That was good. He knows me well enough to know that I probably was gonna pull up with the whatchamacallit, Culver Berry. I don't blame him. Because the issue is, if I would have switched out just now, I would have had to sack something that I don't want. I don't know. That was awkward. That was awkward. That was very awkward. The issue now that's plaguing me is the fact that he probably just goes for a knockoff, right? Yeah, he probably just goes for knockoff, right? I'm assuming he's about to go for a knockoff. Or that. That's also a thing. Okay. Alright. He has his stuff activated. So what we're gonna have to do is go into Sneasel. Sneasel just has to land a so let's see. So Sneasel is going to need to land a gunk. Well, oh wait, I forgot. You resist this. Sneasel is going to need to land this gunk shot, and then we also have to hope, one, that we high roll him, two, that he's not like super bulky or anything. So Sneasel needs to land this. Sneasel needs to land this. You go, Sneasel. You go, Sneasel. You go, Sneasel. We are not looking too good right now. We are not. We're just not. We are not. So, okay. It depends on what comes out. I'm assuming Claude comes next. Glaceon. Okay. So, Glaceon is definitely Terra Ground, right? Let me think. If we chip Glaceon, you're definitely Terra Ground, right? Like, there's absolutely no way you're not. So let me think. If we could just get rid of Bramblegas. The issue is, if we let Sneasel go down, we don't really have a way to hit Rotom anymore. But I kind of want my... Okay. The only option we have is to go into our... we have to go into this guy. I don't want to, but this is the play we just have to make. He probably Terras here and goes for a Terra Blast. I really need to keep my guy around. I really need that. I really need that. Like, desperately need that. Yeah, you're Terra Ground. We're about to get Terra Blasted. This is about to kill us. Yeah, we're about to take that L. I can already smell it. Me letting Quag go down the way I did definitely did not help me at all. It just didn't. I'm sorry, Raichu. I'm sorry. It was not. Oh, we actually lived? Okay. So what we're going to do now is get this screen up. We're going to get this screen up now. Oh, you're Choice Heart. Okay, that's nice to know. Yeah, that's nice to know. He's Choice Heart. He's Choice Heart. Okay. So no screens for us, actually. No screens for us. Yeah, there's no way we beat everything what we have left. There's just no way. We have no choice but to go for a rapid spin. We just gotta go for a rapid spin. We just have to go for a rapid spin. So who comes in? I'm assuming it's the thingy? Rotom. Okay, so Rotom comes in. He's probably defensive Rotom too. So I think we go for another... We go for another rapid spin. Of course, he's Trick. So what do you give me? A Choice Star? Yeah, we're about to take this L. Because he's definitely about to just Volt Switch, right? Or maybe even go for an overheat. If he goes for an overheat, we just lose. Because we can't beat the team with what we have. Maybe if I was... Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're about to lose. We're about to take the L. It's about to be very crazy. A very crazy L. Like, the plays we have to make going forward are just insane. So we go for Gunk Shot. It's kind of the only thing we can do. So he's going to give us Rotom. Okay, that's 2 for Sneasel. Okay. So he's... Hold up, what is Glaceon's speed tier? Its speed ties me, so I don't think we can take a hit from it, actually. Yeah, I think we just took this L, because we can't really switch into... how do we do this? How do we do this? The only... Bro, we just don't win. It's that simple. We just don't win. There's absolutely no way we win. Because I don't think we take this. We don't take this. I'm pretty sure we don't take 2 of these. But you know, good prep on my opponent's behalf though, because the Infiltrator, bro, I completely forgot that's a thing. I completely forgot. That's good prep on his end. That's just really good prep. And I highly doubt we outspeed him. But in case we do... let's go for... I kind of want to knock him off. I really want to knock him off. Okay. Okay. Alright. I really want to go for a knockoff here. Part of me also wants to go for an EQ. No, I gotta knock him off. I gotta just... Yeah, we don't outspeed. Good job, Chris. Good job. GG's. There's no way we win. Me letting Claude go down was crazy. I forgot all about Infiltrator. I don't really know what more I could have done to prevent this, but hey, it is what it is. I'm better. I'm happier getting 3-0'd than 6-0'd or whatever, but he definitely had way better prep than me. Now, I'm gonna feel very silly if we outspeed. Yeah, we're dead. GG's, Chris. Think about it for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out, everybody.